After a long drive from Washington, D.C., we arrive in Charleston, South Carolina. The city was recently named top city in the United States and continues to draw large numbers of tourists. Notable in Charleston is the city's thriving art scene. At Redux Contemporary Arts Center, we meet two artists who influence the scene with their artwork.
My name is Luke Vihorn. I'm an American-born South African. So, born in the U.S., grew up in South Africa, and now living back in the U.S. with my wife, and doing what I can to make it as an artist. We spent the last year working with little AIDS orphans in one of the villages near us, painting their portraits. Only just because I enjoy people, but also creating an awareness of the situations that people are living in there. So I would say Africa has been a huge influence on my work. I miss the open spaces and the gray areas. South Africa being a very rural country, I miss my quiet time. It seems like there's not a lot of that here in the U.S. And some of the people as well. It's a very rich, very culturally diverse country. And as we say, there's a lot of gray areas, some good, some bad, in South Africa. But I miss the gray areas, as they say. I mean, obviously, Nelson Mandela has meant many things to many people, some good, some bad, but I wanted to paint some portraits of Mandela just as sort of to meditate on what he was for the country and his ideals and the way he went about it. It was sort of the ultimate forgiveness, and I think just the way, the correct way to go about bringing a country through such a hard time and bringing them together. It could have gone so many ways, but he chose a way of forgiveness, and which is unbelievable considering what he went through. And the work is there not only for myself, but just to remind others of this man and continually sort of ponder what he was about. And if we could live a life and with a mindset such as his, it would be a very forgiving, loving, peaceful world.
When I was little, in elementary school, my mom would take me to the bookstores, and I would always go to the magazine sections and look at the art magazines. And so seeing some of my favorite artists like Pino or Jacob Collins, I would always say to myself, I'm going to be an artist. Like, I really, really want to be this, be in this magazine. Got a double major and a minor in graphic design and advertising, and a minor in fine arts. During the summer months, as kids, you go home, I stayed. I didn't want to go home. I wanted to stay around other artists, and so, I would work part-time and take classes. And so for this series I'm working on, I'm documenting the stereotypes and perceptions of African American teens associated with swimming. And so I'm placing social status objects in environments like the ocean, the rivers, lakes, anything associated with water, to make the comparison that swimming and surviving and education is better than these social objects that I place in these things. So that's currently what I'm working on. So it's kind of like a little secret, but it's going well.